Sal was over at the Friars Club yesterday roasting George. They had a roast of George Takei.
Yeah.
I got in today and I said, how was the roast last night? And George said, I got a good tanning last night.
I saw George before, and he looked just dapper in a beautiful suit. And I was like, why did you dress up for this debacle?
Well, thank you for coming and dressing. I mean, I know you have this early morning call, and so I was really flattered that you were there.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
And Sal even roasted me to boot.
Yeah.
You want to hear Sal? You weren't there, Artie, were you?
No.
No, they were very nice to offer it to me, but with all the shit that's going on and, work night and all, I would love to have been there for
well,
George.
Sal got to do it. So.
Yeah, it was
Tim
nice.
was there.
I heard
and
Sal, they asked Sal particularly to be like a celebrity roaster there.
He
Yeah.
was pretty good.
Here's Sal roasting George.
Let's see.
Did a nice job.
Our next roaster owes his entire career to the continuing good health of Howard Stern. From The Howard Stern Show, will you please welcome Sal the Stockbroker?
Come on, Friars Club, come on, it's about you guys. You guys came for this shit, come on. Friars Club, land of the old Jews. Fuck, I don't know whether to tell jokes or recite the mourner's Kaddish in this fucking place. George, God, this is great. This is the first time I've seen an Asian in a restaurant full of Hebes that's not wearing a bow tie serving spare ribs. I don't give a shit what anybody says, George. I want to say that it really is a pleasure to roast an A-list celebrity tonight. Come on. But in the meantime, I'll practice on you, George. Because one day I might roast an A celebrity, like William Shatner. I did.
Nice one, George.
I love Star Trek, George. I really did. And George, I finally have found a place where no man has gone before. Corey Kahaney's pussy.
That's one of the comedians, I guess.
Female.
One female comedian. I think she was on America's Funniest, but one of those reality shows.
Last comic standing.
Last comic standing.
Congratulations to you, Corey. You really earned a seat at the Friars tonight. And it's right there with the fucking contestants. I think you should switch with that guy. I just don't get it. I mean, what the fuck? I remembered when the Friars hired comedians. What the fuck is going on here? This is kind of frustrating for me. It really is. It's very frustrating because this is the first time I'm seeing Corey Kahaney and I can't change the channel. Sorry, Corey. Sorry you're here. Gilbert Gottfried! A whiny, ugly, annoying, small-cocked, unfunny... Oh, wait a minute. I'm still on Corey Kahaney. I keep yeah. Gilbert, you're great. Watching Gilbert is like watching a great comedian. It's like watching Jack Benny. It's like watching Henny Youngman. And that's because you stole their fucking act after they dropped dead, you hack. Gilbert, your lines are older than the ones on Freddie Roman's balls. George Takei. A man who finally proudly came out of the closet. And straight into Brad's mouth. Sulu, that's Klingon for cockgagger. Cockgagger, that's English for Jim David. George isn't even Japanese. His eyes got the way by being fucked up the ass so much. And you are one creepy fucking queer son of a bitch. I saw George before outside the roast. He was checking out a fucking stool sample. And then I realized it was Jim David's resume. George, you beautiful queer. I was so sad this fucking homo lost on Secret Talent of the Stars. If you wanted to win, stupid, you should have eaten some pussy. Hey, at least you're not on that show. Where are they now? You know, it's not because you're relevant. It's because nobody gives a shit. But congrats on your future wedding to the wonderful Brad. Congratulations. You know, Brad, on your wedding day, some people will throw rice. Some people will throw rose petals. But most people will throw up. And you're prepared. I see you're already wearing Brad's ring. Yeah, it's the Brad one around your dick.
That went over big.
Get back there, Corey. You know, George, I love you. You're getting married soon to the wonderful Brad, and, you know, soon you'll be bringing up a kid. Yeah, bringing him up for air out of the jacuzzi while you're both fucking him. Scary fucking sight right there. I hope your son never catches fever, because I'd hate to see you two fist fight over the rectal thermometer. George, I'm glad you finally got roasted, because, hey, that's one way to cook out the AIDS. So there we go right there. Don't moan. The only moaning's on their honeymoon, okay? Take it easy. But I want to say one thing, George, in all seriousness, like I've been fucking serious all night. I want to say one thing. George, you've come a long way since Star Trek. You were a man on the Enterprise. And now you're the prize when you enter a man. And I salute you, my friend, and I love you.
Wow. He loves you. He loves you.
I love him too, but
That was brutal.
oh, it was vicious.
Vicious.
Really good job. Was
yes.
Brad there?
He was there, yeah, right up front. Except I couldn't see him because the lectern was in the way.
That's it. When someone like in a guy's or a woman's life who gets roasted has to deal with that shit. That's hilarious.
Well, I heard that Gary said that there were. I guess Sal had tried out his act on Gary, and Gary told him not to use the age joke, but he went with it anyway. And
I told him to read the room, and and I said, you know, if you think you can get away with it, but I said, I don't know, I don't think that one's that funny.
Well,
Oh, there were enough age jokes, believe me.
Yeah, he wasn't alone in that one.
No, he wasn't. You know, I didn't mind the gay jokes because I am, and I didn't mind the Asian jokes because I am, and I didn't mind the Star Trek jokes, you know, because I'm associated with that show. But what I really kind of resented was the age jokes, because I don't consider myself, you know, I mean,
well,
and
you
all
don't
these
have AIDS. I hope.
Age.
Age.
age
Age.
jokes.
Age.
Oh,
You
did it
thought
come
he
out
said
AIDS?
too?
Yeah, age.
Age. is what he's talking
Yeah, the
about.
age
And they made
joke.
reference to my having had a facelift and false teeth and all that. My face is real. There
Yes.
hasn't been a knife to cut into it, and my teeth are all mine. I feel young. I mean,
you do.
I'm 71 years old.
So you mean out of all those jokes, the ones about your age got you the most?
They
got to me.
age joke.
They did. Wow. Well, we'll go figure that one out.
Well, 71 at the Friars Club is a spring chicken.
He's a young.
That's right, it is. I mean, I looked at the audience and I felt young.
Yeah, you're a kid over there. Sal evidently left out some jokes that I guess Gary told him were too brutal. I don't know. Well, Sal,
He had some like Auschwitz jokes or something.
really?
Concentration. Yeah, because your internment camp situation.
Oh,
he
I
had
see.
one.
where is Sal? Maybe you could tell
A
us.
scorcher.
I'd like to hear what he left
and
out.
Tim Sabian told me that he got Sal to modify a little bit too.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
They trimmed Sal.
Yeah, but a lot of stuff was going good enough to where I guess you could try something risky. So I mean, I guess that's what he did. The AIDS. I forget what was the AIDS line anyway. It was like, cook out the
Cooking
AIDS.
the AIDS with a roast. Yeah.
I guess that's not really funny, but
No.
But
Sal isn't here. He's late. I guess he was working.
Oh,
last
yes,
night.
he was
He was
working
up
late
late.
last night.
Yeah.
that's hard.
Fresh off his big triumph at the Friars.
Here we are.
Probably down at Rick's,
honoring
telling him how he killed.
And
Wow.
he's not even
He was
here.
good.
Sal should have entered that contest because I bet he would have won, and that's
He didn't.
Well, I mean, I don't
What
know.
contest is
You were part of a contest last night for So You Think You Can
Oh,
Roast.
that's right. Yeah, right.
And I think it would be good publicity for him, but he felt he was above the contest. And I was saying to him, well, you're on the Stern Show, which is a huge thing, and you've roasted here, but there's a good chance because he's so good at it that he might win that thing, and that's a lot of press. I think it might even be a money thing.
Yeah.
And it could lead to other stuff, like getting on the Friars Roast in October. Which
I got
is a
news
big
for you.
thing.
After that one, I bet you they invite him.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what their policy is.
He did well.
They called him. Sal and I had a big sit down about this. You know, listen, being the Friars Roast, it's a decent deal, especially if you're trying to get into comedy like Sal. And you know, when you do these things, managers and agency and everything. So they called him and invited him to the contest, and they called him several times, and he never returned anybody's call. And I spoke to him. I said, "How come you didn't call anybody? It was a great opportunity." He goes, I fucking roast on the Howard Stern show. I'm looking like a hair with those losers. And I said, you know, you missed probably a reasonable opportunity. And he's like,
I get it, though. He gets a lot of attention being Sal from the Howard Stern show.
Yeah, but it's also a matter of networking.
Right.
You could have met people in the biz.
Look
I
at
would
him.
have.
Do you think networking's going to help him?
No, he probably
It might
would do
hurt him.
himself a harm if he got to know people.
the less they know him, the better it is.
I think staying out of that networking loop might help his career.
You might be right.
I think, Mike Morse is a guy who's good at it, and he's been here before, so he's in the contest. It would have been a little tough, but I think Sal would have been a front runner.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And
he
that
would have
roast-
been, definitely.
If you could do that roast in October, it's like every piece of press is there. It's you know, it could lead to something.
I don't know. He did pretty good there. I think that
He
they might
was.
even
He
invite
did.
him.
He did great there. I just don't
Yeah.
know what they're always crowded with those things. Is Sal a friar?
No,
No, he's not.
Well,
How do you become a friar?
you join.
they ask.
Oh, you just
Yeah,
don't.
you pay.
There aren't any qualifications.
You're in the business, so
yeah,
it'd be
they
easy.
told me.
It'd be easy for you.
George, you got up and said some stuff. How'd that go?
It went well, you know, but it was a long night, and I was thinking of this morning, so I made it short and clean.
Please give a warm round of applause for our good friend, Mr. George Takei.
Thank you. I think. You know, when Alvin Collo he emailed me about 2 months ago inviting me to be roasted here at the Friars Club. And I told him I am absolutely thrilled. The roast at the Friars Club is the American theater version of Knighthood by Queen Elizabeth in Buckingham Palace. I had no idea the Queen was going to be a small, gay Filipino man named Alec Mapa. But what wasn't Queen Alec regal? Thank you. You're marvelous. Alec is enormously talented. The bitch. He's also driven and hardworking. He was desperate in Desperate Housewives. He was the prettiest recurring character in Ugly Betty. He is now the host of a reality dating series, is that right? Called Trans-America Love Stories. So bravo to you, hardworking Alec Mapa, Queen Regal Alec Mapa. I might also add that Trans-America Love Story is being co-hosted by a beautiful transgender woman, Calpurnia Adams. And why don't we all recognize her? Calpurnia, stand up and take a bow.
That was Corey Kahane.
Oh, Corey Kahane got up.
Right.
I see.
She.
Oh, you were really rolling there.
Well, I thought she was, you know, when I saw the name on the list, I thought she was Samoan or something by that name.
Right.
I was going to pronounce it Kahani.
I think she's either Jewish or Italian.
Yeah, well, she certainly looked that way.
Yeah.
So, Sal, how did the roast go last night?
It went really good. I was really happy with it, considering I only had 3 days to prepare for it.
Now, is doing a roast in front of, the Friars Club a lot different than what you're used to?
Yeah, it's a lot different because with the Stern Show, the Stern Show is almost like it's one big inside joke. It's almost like a family. There's certain things that people would never get outside of the Stern Show. and therefore you have to obviously cut jokes you have to write jokes for the Stern Show that relate